Okay, we got this blade here, tape and super glue. Then I got two popsicle sticks stacked one on the other. I'm trying to do like a little shelf. You can see how I got the system split in half. So I'm trying to make a rail. I'm going to do this on the other side and basically put some brackets across. I just want to get this blade able to move in and out of a slide right now. Little update, just extended the blade a little bit. So we have a track, right? A couple of sticks so the track can flow. Blade can come out. Turmeric. See how I'm turning it into Donald Trump here. Hands are getting orange. And then this guy can stop right there because it's a little bit thicker at the tip. Overextended blade. I'm hoping for a blade that'll come out about that far. That'd be outstanding. Got to put a hole in it in a 90-degree. I want to use friction to get this guy out. Retraction, might not be too worried about that right now. Just want to get it functioning. Still got to sand it a little bit for clearances. Looks like it's getting stuck. That'll be okay though. Okay, so let me show you what's going on here. So what I did was I put a little fin that I got to catch. But this is that 90-degree locking mechanism I was talking about. Hypothetically, what it should do is stop on the blade, keep that from coming out. Have a rubber band so when the blade shoots out all the freaking way, catches this next hole right here. With the fin, hypothetically, I should be able to go around this bar back here that'll pull our fin up and forward, shooting our blade out. Very simple little sliding mechanism. Got this crossbar to keep the blade from coming out. Everything's jungle snotted up at the tip so at least it can penetrate. This is obviously going to be the side that goes against the wrist, so try to give you guys a good look at that. And got our little crossbar here that actually looks like a crucifix. That's kind of cool. So nothing too different. Made the blade a little bit longer by cutting the popsicle sticks, using some jungle snot to join that together. Tape as I don't really know what to call it, as a backing. So kind of think of like a sinew rawhide backing type of deal. But yeah, it should work out pretty good. As you can see that I got this under tension. Okay, got the first hole ported out. Just gonna pull it back on that. Okay, shoots forward. Looks like it wants to catch the second hole. Alright, and then there's our locking mechanism. So, there's no spring assist to pull it back. The idea here is if you use the rubber band technology to launch a blade forward, you should still hypothetically be able to, if you put another hole at the bottom, catch the blade. And if you use my jungle snot technology, hypothetically puncture a water bottle. I'm really busy today putting things away and stuff, so I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to go and put straps on this guy, but what I do want to do is a quick little stab test just to see if this guy will puncture a water bottle. You guys can use your imagination and imagine that I use like some hot glue and put down some Velcro straps. There's tons and tons of videos showing this rubber band method where it flings a blade forward, and I kind of did an over blade where the blade hangs over a little bit more so you get more blade out of that guy on our track here. So, but yeah, this little 90-degree here. And then you're manually going to have to close it to get to the next hole. So, this slipped off. It was a snare loop over the fin. I might have to glue that down so that doesn't go anywhere. Be careful using super glue on rubber bands though, because it has a tendency to kind of like dry them out really bad. Okay. We got this guy. Okay. Pretty close. Alright. Hold it here. Veer it off. Veer it off. Veer it off. Veer it off. Okay. I'm going to choke up a little bit. Alright, that's pretty good. Pretty massive hole. I think I could have encapsulated this a little bit more with some super glue and seasoning, but that wasn't all that bad. Usually when I'm not running around doing stuff, I can take more time and get the glue right along the edges, and I think there's too much wood exposed. So instead of having my makeshift ceramic resin here, we got more wood there, but the tip still looks pretty good and sharp. It doesn't look rounded like it would if it was just solid wood. So if this was just a wooden tip, it would have rolled, and I don't see any rolling there. It does look, no, it still looks sharp. You guys can't really see, there's like a crystalline structure right there at the tip, and yeah, it's still pretty good. And that's just where the super glue comes together. There's like light reflecting off it. I wonder if this will help. No, you can't really see that, can you? I use a lamp. I wonder if that'll kind of illuminate it. See how it has that glow right there at the tip? It's like this crystalline structure around the wood. So, not too bad for damage or anything. I didn't like that it was starting to flex right here because that's a sweet spot. I don't want that to break. The concept behind this guy was to show a theoretical that if you did the rubber band thing to shoot it forward, we would have a locking mechanism if we had a 90 degree, and that should stop this guy. So that was the important part. The other important part was to say that if we do a hidden blade, we can still tip it with the ℬ𝔬𝔞𝔫𝔰 recipe. So if you 3D print one of these out of plastic, you should hypothetically be able to use cloves and super glue. This is turmeric powder. Usually I use cloves. I think it works way better with cloves for some reason. But a cloves and super glue powder, and a cloves powdered super glue, and end up with like a I called it a ceramic resin. I didn't mean to, but like a JB Weld, and then it allows you to puncture into something as hard as a water bottle, guys. Water bottles are unforgiving. That's why I use it for all my puncture tool tests. It can get through a water bottle. It can definitely get through a person. We know this because of plexiglass. So there's another one down, another little hidden blade version. Sorry I don't have it all strapped up with the ring and everything where you can pull back on the device. But this is just to show a locking mechanism when it stops, so you can do all the stab work that you need to do. Obviously you can't retract with it, so that's the downside to it. This is if you use the forward momentum tool, and I've always suggested this for like a concealed carry, like shooting a pistol out. So that's where these things would shine, because the blade shoots forward. But if you're going to use it for a blade, you're going to want it to lock. The downside is you don't have the OTF where it'll want to retract. And I think the Hidden Blade Xiphoid is pretty cool because it gives you that ability. It has a longer track, and then you have like a spring that pulls the blade back. But you got to use gravity to sling that out real quick. So, this guy's just getting flung forward with a rubber band instead of being retracted with a rubber band. See what I'm saying? So anyway, you guys remember you're the last resistance of the captive state. I like studying these cheap little goofy tools because it shows that you can make a clandestine system, come up with, if this whole blade was encapsulated in super glue and some kind of seasoning powder, this system would be pretty rock solid. So yeah, that's just the point that I'm trying to convey. Thanks guys, bye.